Yeah, I was sitting in my living room when the piece of metal came flying through the window.
Right now at 5:30, downed trees, damaged sheds, and people feeling very lucky to be alive after a tornado moves through southern Dane County. That's all coming up at 5:30. Well, Wisconsin got its first tornado this year on March 5th. The National Weather Service has confirmed that an EF1 tornado with maximum wind speeds of 95 miles per hour touched down last night in Stoughton near Leslie Road. But first, our attention is turning to weather that's on the way here to Madison. This is a live look at your capital tonight. There's an alert day in the forecast, but it's for snow, and things might get pretty slick tomorrow morning. Meteorologist Austin Kopnitsky is outside, and he has your certified most accurate forecast.
Yeah, it's definitely that time of the year where we have thunderstorms last night that were strong to severe that did end up producing that first tornado of 2022 here for Wisconsin. And now we're talking snow just 24 hours later. Currently, it's 35 degrees right now, so we really don't have too far to go before those temperatures fall right back down below freezing. A lot of cloud cover overhead as well, but the snowfall is holding off. If you need to travel this evening, would be a good time to do so, because later on tonight is whenever that snow is going to move through the area. That's also going to linger through about noon tomorrow. Then afterwards, we're going to start to clear things up, but those roadways are likely going to be slick to snow covered tomorrow morning. Current temperatures at 35 here in Madison, but they will drop. We're not going to see extremely low temperatures for tonight. It will drop down below freezing here in the overnight hours to the upper 20s. But what we're watching out for, it's the winter weather advisories that go into effect at midnight tonight. Again, lasting through noon for tomorrow, but just how much snow can we expect and just when is it going to pick up? I will have all the latest looks at that and a look at your extended forecast coming up in a bit.
Thanks so much, Austin. As winter makes its return, the city of Madison says their snowplows are going to be on the road tonight. All 32 trucks will be out salting the city's main roads, but officials say drivers should expect a messy drive tomorrow for work. And as we mentioned on the top of the show, severe weather affected communities in our area last night, including Stoughton. Some people in the city say their sheds and their storage buildings were completely destroyed. One man says he sees roof damage on a couple of his cattle barns and lost a couple of silos as well. Another man says the storm toppled his 100-year-old windmill, which he restored and put up about 10 years ago.
Tore off the southeast corner of my house, the roof, and toppled my windmill over and the back of my storage shed. And my neighbor to the southwest of me, about a half a mile, he has much more extensive damage than I do, so I consider myself lucky in that way.
Officials in Stoughton say that a line of power poles was also blown over during the storm. They said power should be restored to all residents by the afternoon. And don't forget to always stay up to date with severe weather by downloading our First Warn Forecast weather app. Remember, it's free and available in the App Store. Are you ready to cheer on the Hawkeyes tonight? That sounds weird, but we're not joking. Coming up at 5:30, if the Badgers want to sit atop alone the Big Ten standings themselves, why they need Iowa to knock off Illinois. And coming up tonight at 10, on the 7th anniversary of his death, the family of Tony Robinson is still calling for change. We're going to hear their message tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Deep in credit card debt? Did you know Credit Associates can help you reduce that debt? It's not nearly as complicated as you think. Let me show you what I mean. First, there's the total amount of credit card debt you owe. Whoa! We can reduce that by almost half.
Second, how about those decades you'll be in debt? We reduced that down to as little as 24 to 36 months,
giving you up to 20 debt-free years back.
Lastly, how about the endless hours of stress and anxiety from being in debt?
We can help reduce that too. It's easy to get started. Call now to see how Credit Associates can reduce your debt and save you thousands. The information is free and there's no risk to call.
1-800-949-3849.
Call Credit Associates now to start living better, debt-free.
1-800-949-3849.
BBB Business Profiles are one of the most complete business listings online. How do I know? I got a new transmission, but it was bad. He refused to make it right. So I filed a complaint, and I saw that BBB Profiles feature an overview, accreditation, customer reviews, and the BBB rating, which takes into account a variety of factors. And now it's all good. Better Business Bureau. Check before you buy.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
As we get a little closer to the midterm elections, we do see a lot of political ads. But beginning tomorrow, there's a new PSA about building trust in our state's elections. Now, the new campaign features 3 town clerks from around Wisconsin. Officials say their message is that the local community members are entrusted with running Wisconsin's elections. The executive director of the League of Wisconsin's Municipalities says the new campaign will help demonstrate to people that our election process can be trusted. The PSA is going to run through the spring election. This comes on the heels of Michael Gableman releasing his investigation into the 2020 election here in Wisconsin. The former state Supreme Court justice issued his report on Tuesday, recommending that legislators decertify the results. On Friday, the State Elections Commission issued a 7-page rebuttal, saying most of Gableman's findings were inaccurate. You can find much more on their response right now on channel3000.com. In more local news, bowlers around the state today are looking for much more than just a couple of strikes. They're bowling for colons. Today was the UW Carbone Cancer's 21st annual event. 5 bowling alleys in Wisconsin, including right here in Madison, participated in the fundraising effort. All of the money raised benefits GI cancer research.
My favorite part of doing this is meeting the people who come and talking about the research that we actually do and how it actually is benefiting our patients and our community.
Even if you didn't get a chance to go bowling today, you can still support the center's efforts by donating online. We're getting new images tonight in Iowa after at least 7 people were killed during severe weather. We're going to hear from a man who is thankful to be alive, coming up right after this break.
Drugstore shelves are packed with supplements that promise healthy hair, strong nails, and smooth skin. But do they deliver? Our experts tell you why you need to shop carefully.
And a chance for snow for your Monday morning commute. We'll get you out the door Monday morning from 4:30 to 7.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. There are specific rules and regulations that apply, and we know what it takes to win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
He should have used his power to serve Wisconsin. Instead, Ron Johnson served himself. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. After the loophole became law, Ron Johnson cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. Look up the facts and tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And as it starts to warm up, a reminder for ice fishers, you do need to remove your shanties from state waterways by the end of today. The DNR says that applies for inland waters south of Highway 64, which is the lower 2/3 of the state. All shanties statewide need to be removed by March 15th. Continuing coverage tonight of that deadly tornado in Iowa, officials say at least 7 people were killed after severe weather moved through the area yesterday. That includes at least 2 children. This is new drone video tonight from Madison County. That's in southwest. It's going to be, I apologize, that is southwest of Des Moines. You'll see dozens of homes destroyed. Iowa's governor has issued a disaster proclamation for the area. Listen here as a homeowner describes his house being damaged.
We lost about, I'd say, 1/4 of our roof, sheeting and all. It's all opened up. Some windows busted out. Water came through our ceiling, through all our light fixtures. It's pretty nasty.
One person was also killed in southern Iowa in Lucas County. Okay, let's shift things now to weather. Austin's got your certified most accurate forecast.
And we ended up seeing our fair share of those strong and severe thunderstorms yesterday, and even that reported tornado that did end up touching down last night. And now, speaking of switching gears, we're talking about that snow chance, and the next one is tonight. In just a few hours, we are going to start to see a little bit of some snowfall moving through our area, but that's going to hold off until around midnight and afterwards. Temperatures do look to stay around normal here for much of the rest of this extended forecast, but we do also have a handful of rain and snow chances to talk about after we get through what's ahead for tonight and tomorrow morning. Current Doppler track still does look dry, and that's going to be the case for the next few hours because this system is still building up. Now, this is mainly going to move down to our south, but it is going to bring enough snowfall here to a lot of our communities to cause some roadway concerns. So we do have winter weather advisories. They go into effect at midnight tonight for most of us, and they expire at noon tomorrow, not including some of our northernmost communities and farther to the north, because most of this snow with this system is going to be down to our south. But we're still expecting around 1 to 4 inches of snowfall, possibly an isolated 5 as well. So we really are going to see more than enough to cause some snow-covered roadways, slick roads where they aren't snow-covered as well for tomorrow morning. But the future track does show at around 11 o'clock tonight. We'll start to see a few of those flurries and lighter snow showers for some of our southernmost communities, and then that'll continue off and on throughout these overnight hours. Notice that trend of where that line is generally sitting. Some of those northernmost areas not expected to see as much overall snowfall here with this system, but by the time we reach noon tomorrow, that's going to be clearing out. Still a possibility to see even a few peaks of sunshine afterwards, but how much snow we're going to see? A widespread 1 to 4 inches. Still a possibility to see an isolated 5 in a few locations here and there, but I do think most of us are going to be right in between that 1 to 4 inch mark. So that's a good look at what we really are expecting. It does drop off here for some of our northernmost communities, but the high temperature trend afterwards does bump things right back up into those 40s pretty quickly afterwards. Mid-30s for tomorrow, 40s with sunshine on Tuesday, so that'll actually help to end up melting a little bit of that snowfall that we're watching out for. And a look here at your extended forecast, still watching a few more rain and snow chances afterwards. The first one after we get through this alert day tonight is going to be Thursday and into early Friday morning. Brad?
All right, thanks so much, Austin. One win away from an outright Big Ten title, but easier said than done. We're going to have highlights and reaction from Wisconsin's game against Nebraska coming up next in sports.
Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. That's why we do up to a 27-point inspection on our produce. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more, keeping only the best of the best on our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
These squirrels are better at saving than we are. And more organized, too.
Try embracing your inner squirrel. When you open a BMO Harris Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward every month you save.
That sounds great.
You can also set up savings goals and easily track your progress.
That could help us redo the yard.
You could really go nuts. I'll show myself out.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Sunroom savings season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Everything from decks and pergolas to screen rooms, porch conversions, patio rooms, sunrooms, and our new life room with retractable screens are on sale now. Let CoolView show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Get a new view from CoolView.
How a call for action helped a financial scam victim tonight at 10.
One win, that's all Wisconsin needed to outright claim its first Big Ten regular season title since 2015. And everything seemed to align for the Badgers going into this game. It's senior day, final game of the regular season, and a rematch with Nebraska, a team they've already beaten this season. But the Cornhuskers, they brought it. They're up by 4 at halftime. And then the Badgers take a serious hit early in the second half. Johnny Davis goes down with a lower body injury. He leaves the game and doesn't return. So it's time for the Badgers to step up in his absence. Now, Jacoby Neath, he has been tearing it up in the second half. He finds Jordan Davis down in the corner. That tray ball is good, and Brad Davison is going to settle in from distance, but that would be it for the Badgers. Nebraska closes on a 12-2 run to spoil senior day. It's the Cornhuskers' first win over a top 10 team since 2014. Davison leads Wisconsin with 20 points in his final game at the Kohl Center.
This stings, and this wasn't, us in a lot of different ways, but let's not lose sight of the day wasn't good, but the season has been fantastic.
Losing stings, it really hurts. We're going to watch the film. We're going to be particular to make sure that we build off this and maybe get a little wake-up call as we go into the Big Ten tournament. But at the same time, it's one game, and we have all of our goals in front of us.
Well, after the game, we saw Johnny Davis leaving, and he was in a walking boot. But Gard and Davison both said that they're optimistic that he'll be good to go for Indy this week. Now, before exiting, Davis scored 10 points in 11 minutes. Now, there's still a chance that the Badgers can clinch the title outright. It all depends on this game right here. If Illinois loses, it's all Wisconsin. If the Illini win, they will be co-champions. Tip-off is set for 6:30. We're going to get you all caught up tonight at 10.
And I know our producer that writes all of this and makes us all look good. Steven is a huge
Illinois fan. So a lot of eyes on that game tonight.
It'll be a big one right there. And a lot of eyes on the snowfall here for tonight. It's not going to be great on those roadways tomorrow morning. We do need to keep that in mind. So make sure you add a little bit of some time tomorrow morning to your morning commute. We're looking at around 1 to 4 inches. Some of those heavier snowfall totals included right here in the Dane County area. Really just some of our northernmost communities are going to be on the lower end of that spectrum there. Most of us 1 to 4 inches. An isolated 5 is still going to be possible. And another final check of our extended forecast shows the 40s returning on Tuesday with some sunshine. So I don't think that snowfall is going to stick around too long.
All right, Austin, thanks so much. And thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you tonight at 10.